Okay.
Okay. Are we back alive?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I hear somebody.
So, can you hear me,
I'm
McGinnis?
here.
Yeah. I just
Yep.
had to. I just had to relog. I'm okay now. So who
So
missed what? Where do I need to go back?
I heard.
It's
I
kind of
thought I
breaking up.
heard.
Okay.
McGinnis had asked a question. I think maybe you didn't.
I didn't hear it. No, please tell me again.
Okay, so McGinnis was asking, how do we get out? It sounds like you give us a water breathing and we go in, but how do we get back out?
She says, last time Joram cast this, he said, you've got 6 hours.
Huh? 6 hours? Can
Aye.
do.
And he says, there's nothing I can do for you if you don't get back before then. You'll have to do an impossible swim. It's too far to swim without the spell. We know that.
In and out then.
In and out.
So yeah, she offers you 20% off with the whole town, and obviously a huge bounty. And she looks back and forth at you guys again, and she says, frankly, Connor went in once, came back out, and now he's gone in again, but he should have been back 7 or 8 hours ago. He told me he'd come see me at 2 in the morning. He didn't. And if his daughter says he's not back, then he's not back. So you might possibly be rescuing our town councilman now instead of just turning the torch back on. But we'll compensate you, of course.
What
We'll
did he
do our-
find in there?
He came out with some information and some thing. I call it a golem, but he called it something else. He said it's not a golem, so there's no magic in it, which I don't understand how that could be. But he said there's more of them in there, and he said there was a wool.
A wool, like sheep?
Sheep? No, a wool, a great big wool.
Goats then.
No, not. It's not livestock, lad. This one's fixated on livestock. Keep an eye on him. No, he said it's a cave with. He told us this whole tale of how there was a bunch of vermin and some other critters, some nasty stuff. He said, but nothing they couldn't handle. And there was even some people down there. They're like people. He said they're not very civilized and they're very, very good at hiding in a cave. But he made a deal with them, and he said once he cut the deal with them, he got past them, and there was a great giant wall, not like the cave stopped, and there was a great wall of glaucite. You know what that is? It's a type of sky metal. The barbarians call it sky metal. You can't forge it.
Skynet.
And he
That
says
I know.
he says from one side of the cave to the other, 30 feet across, there was this great wall with a door in the center.
Well,
And he said inside the door is where they found that guy golem. He's got some other word for it. Maybe Val remembers, but
These folk he found down there, does this deal he made, you think that extends to us?
I have no idea.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
But if they've done something to him, you bring him to justice. If they've hurt him. Connor's a good man, a smart man. Very few people with both those qualities out here. She looks at Morgana. You know how rare a smart man is.
McGinnis looks at her expectantly and gets nothing.
Okay.
You know what's better than a smart man? A smart half-orc. And he points to Gavrilo.
She says,
Now let's go do this.
She
That
says,
is-
well, we can, you look like you can handle yourselves, but do be careful. There's others gone before you. You'd be the fifth group to go in.
Fifth.
Aye.
We thought third.
She holds up a hand and kind of thoughtfully counts for a second. She says, the halflings, it's a Church of Bry, and then there's those bums. There's a bunch of bums. You know, bums, thugs, brigands, local troublemakers who thought they'd form a team and go in there and do it. I didn't really have much faith in them, and they didn't come back either. But no great loss there. But the halflings were some of my customers, and the followers of Bry were friends of Joram, so he's quite distraught about them. Joram's a priest of Bry. You should see him. He'll be the one doing the water breathing thing on you.
That'll
Well, I
help for
definitely
sure.
want to pay a visit to him.
Say again?
I definitely want to pay a visit to that fella.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty known. You can talk to anyone about the town council members. Everybody knows Dolga. She's known as being very straightforward, very reliable, you're pretty friendly for a dwarf, honestly. And, you know, dwarves have a bad rep. And she's a good blacksmith. She can make masterwork stuff.
Morgana's kind of gonna shudder just like a little bit, remembering how the last time she got in the water, her leg twitched for 3 weeks.
Oh. Well, this, yeah. You know that if he's got a water breathing spell on you, you should be okay.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Takala
help.
offers.
And Prestidigitate will help dry you out after.
Sure.
Takala offers a hand to the dwarf. It's a deal then.
She says, "You're the leader then, eh?"
I don't think so. I don't think we have a leader yet.
She was about to shake her hand. She says, "Why am I shaking your hand then?"
To seal the deal.
I'd say I'd come up behind him, I slap him in the back, and say, "Oh, don't be modest."
All right.
Being modest,
I'm the leader.
fella.
It's done. Party leader. She sends you on to. She recommends you go see Joram, and he'll set you up with what you need if you're gonna brave this. And she says, you know, be quick, please.
We'll do our
I
best.
think her parting words will be something to the effect of, "The only thing more precious to us than that torch is Councilman Connor. He's essential." And she looks you all in the eye very seriously. But yeah, you honestly walk away from the censor of the least grumpy dwarf you've probably ever met.
Nice.
She's not overly
She even
bubbly,
shook it.
but
She even shook a half-orc's hand.
she did. No
Oh,
problem
nice.
with that. I mean, her community though is pretty diverse. There's some half orcs here. There's, you know, it's more diverse than your typical place. Frontier.
Yeah, it didn't out me for being an android, even though she totally noticed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's get down in that water.
Okay. Well, we're getting close to quitting time for this session, but what will happen next time is Joram will set you up. He can do water breathing, and you spellcasters will understand this, and you guys can do the math for the party depending on how big it is next time.
Uh-huh.
But he will do an extended water breathing.
Ooh.
Because Joram is old as shit. He's so old that he has like an 8 strength and a 7 con. He's a very,
Oof.
very old man. And
Try not to sneeze on him and kill him by accident.
just please don't. The town loves him. He's a friendly old coot. And he, like I said, is way too old to ever be in any dangerous situation, but he's a pretty accomplished cleric. He, just to be able to do an extended water breathing is pretty impressive to you spellcasters. That, you know, that place is in pretty high up the chain. So he will do that, and I think that, let me just look it up so you guys can have this number in your head. Pathfinder water breathing. The way it works is he'll cast it, and you'll get a buttload of hours. 2 hours per level. He's 8, so that comes 16 hours, and then Pathfinder extend. That's going to half again. Twice as long. So he gives you 32 total hours of water breathing to work with, divided amongst
Nice.
you. So if there's 4 of you, you get 8 hours. If there's 6 of you, you get 6 hours, ish,
Nice.
7.5, but
Okay.
or 5.5. Okay, so that's what we'll do next time. Is you guys will suit up and become Navy SEALs.
Awesome.
Wait.
Nice.
Any other
Great
questions
session,
or
guys.
comments or requests?
Nope.
No, I think I'm good.
Nope.
Okay, well, like I
Yeah,
said,
thanks.
I'm gonna fish for to find out if our 5th is gonna be our 5th, and to find a 6th. And but if we just have you guys are a pretty good core group. You're enough to proceed, I think. So
Sounds
Cool.
good. Thank
Awesome.
you for the session.
thank you guys
Yeah,
for
man.
playing.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
This is gonna be.
Definitely.
I'll
Thanks, guys.
catch you all next week.
Have a good night.
All right,
Good
Night,
night.
guys.
bye.
Bye.